Hey, it's Ryan Patrick here at Peak Fitness and Sports Training, and we're going to clean your deadlift up today, working on a hip hinge progression that we like, and also talking about how to incorporate that into your deadlift while getting some lat recruitment. So we use a lot of the standard hip hinge drills that are out there. We use the wall tap, where people stand next to a wall and try to touch their butt. We use with the PVC, making sure that we're keeping a neutral spine all the way through. But one that I really like, especially for newbies or people who can't quite figure out that hip hinge, is what we call the handcuff RDL. And so we take a kettlebell, any size really doesn't matter, or maybe it does, I don't know. And what we're going to do is use this right over their hips to push back as they're going through this hip hinge progression. This is going to teach them to actually and physically push back as they go into a hip hinge. By having the shoulders pulled behind the body, it's a lot easier to keep the spine in extension. And so we see a lot less rounding of the spine as they go down to this exercise because they're already pulled tight. That's going to teach them a little bit how to get their lats on as well. So as we move over to the deadlift, what I like to do is use some kind of a prone Y as we go down into this hip hinge to create some tension. Now there's a couple of things you got to watch out for. We don't want to fly into lumbar extension and open that rib cage up so we've got this open scissored posture where we're kind of putting the core into the dead zone. We want to keep the ribs down, drive through the hips, and then make sure that we're posteriorly tilting the shoulder blades or driving them around the rib cage. This is going to give you some tension through the mid-back that all we're going to do is take to the deadlift and make sure that we keep the armpits tight. These two cues together will work really nicely for creating a more effective deadlift, for learning to use the upper body, and for your newbies, really just how to figure out where their weight distribution should be during a hip hinge. So, give it a shot.